Greetings everyone. Welcome to Bright Capital. According to psychology, every human is special and has a unique character and style of their own. Having a distinct identity means that there is something about you that nobody in this world does. There are, moreover, talents for which you might not have been born, so you must have them rooted in your heart. These abilities can not only benefit you with a certain time frame, but they will benefit you through life, through every obstacle, and every mess if applied in the correct manner. Imagine how simple life will be if you learned the value of these collections of skills. Are you able to make up for your life? Not just right today, but forever. Would you want to live a stress-free life? If the answer to these questions is yes, this is just the right video for you. Today, we are going to unleash the holy package of 7 essential skills that will forever pay off and render your living paradise. Keep tuned until the end, because you won't remain the same after seeing this video. Number 7. Stay positive. There is good and then there is bad, but there are hints of good in the bad and hints of bad in the good, and this, my friends, is what we call life. Life is pretty unpredictable. Unexpected things happen that might fit in the plan we made for ourselves, but there is a plan the universe has for you. And no matter how hard you try, it is almost impossible to defeat the universe. So that leaves us with 2 ways. Either go against the bigger plan and regret it later, or stay positive and just go with the flow. This is the key to personal satisfaction, is to stay happy, and if you're happy, then nothing on this planet can take you down. If you start looking for the positive message in every problem you face and everyday life, things will get easier for you to deal with. However, the real hurdle to achieve that positivity is our own brain. Our brains are programmed to continuously look for and focus on threats around us. This survival mechanism proved to be pretty helpful when man lived in a cave and needed to hunt in order to survive. But today, when life is a lot safer from what it used to be back then, finding unnecessary threats can be exhausting. So, the way out is to think positive and find a lesson in every problem you face, count a blessing every time you feel low. Maintaining positivity in your life is a daily challenge that requires a lot of focus and attention. Therefore, one must be motivated about staying positive in order to overcome the brain's tendency to focus on threats. Number 6. Time management. Every individual on this planet is granted an equal amount of time in a day, 24 hours. But then why is it so that some are more successful than others of the same age? Some get higher marks in the exam, but others don't. The key is time management. One of the biggest obstacles in life that we need to come over is time management. This is the key to success that not everyone can understand, and if you do, your life will be heaven. Time can be managed according to the importance of the task, not the quantity of the task. You don't have to stay in a palace of books if you're a student, or stay in the field if you're a player. Keeping a balance in life is as important as breathing. With a chaotic life, tasks piling up, and mess everywhere, one can get nowhere and achieve nothing. So, first, organize your time, divide it between work, social life and private time, and then see how life gets easy for you. When you spend so much time putting out fires that don't even matter so much, you never get any real work done. How many times have you left work at the end of the day, only to realize that you didn't move the important things along even 1 inch? Learning to manage your time effectively actually helps you get some free time for yourself so you could relax your body and mind. Number 5. Be a good listener. All of us are so busy in life today that we barely have any time for someone else or to listen to anyone's suggestions too. Being able to listen to other people takes a lot of courage, but listening too much and depending on their opinion can make things go in the wrong direction. Making yourself open to listening to other people's opinions and depending on those opinions are 2 different things. Steve Jobs once said, "To hire people to tell us what to do, not the other way around." This simply directs towards the idea that when you have to work in a team or with other companies, then you must have the ability to listen to their opinions with equal interest and understand that instead of ignoring them and working on your own. When you enter the practical life, it is very important that you understand the delicacy of the power of being a good listener, because not everyone has the ability to sit and listen. Being a good listener doesn't only help in work, but in private life too. Your partner or friend would always need a listener, and if you have the ability to sit and listen to them, it will not only strengthen your ties, but help you solve a lot of matters in case of a fight. A good listener is a good thinker. If things are getting off track or not just the way you wanted them to be, then listen to what your co-workers, friends have to say about that and communicate with them to find a solution, because you can't do everything on your own. Number 4. Managing your emotions. This, particularly for women, is extremely important. Emotions can be a relief for times when you are happy or sad, and you have to let it out. But when it comes to work or making important decisions in life, emotions can play a very delicate role that might make or break the entire deal. One must possess emotional intelligence, the ability to use emotions to manage their work, relationships, and behavior. It is very easy to let emotions take over the decisions in your life, but every decision made in an emotional state turns into regret sooner or later. Research shows that the ability to manage one's emotions is what differentiates the successful people from the average crowd. Naturally, people with a higher level of emotional intelligence make more money, that is an average of $29,000 per year more than those with a low degree of emotional intelligence. The correlation between emotional intelligence and the amount of money earned is so direct that for every increase in emotional intelligence score, an amount of $1,300 is added to the annual salary. Increasing your EQ will make you happier and less stressed as well. Number 3. Get a good amount of sleep. Sleeping is one of the most important part of the day. No, we're not talking about those who sleep all day long. We're talking about those who get the right amount of sleep at the right time to allow their cells to repair, brain to relax, and neurotransmitters to spread evenly around the body, letting other organs do their jobs. According to a recent research from Rochester University, when you sleep, your brain cleans the body and itself by removing toxic proteins, which are byproducts of neural activity when you're awake, from its neurons. As important as this job is, your brain can only do it at a certain time of the day when you get enough sleep. Therefore, when you don't get high-quality deep sleep, the toxic proteins are not removed from your brain cells. This causes activity in the brain that leads to impairing your ability to think. A reaction that no amount of caffeine can fix. So, if you're thinking that drinking coffee will help you wake up, forget about it. The toxic byproducts slow your ability to process information and solve problems, reduce your creativity to almost nothing, and increases your emotional reactivity, which means lack of emotional intelligence. Learning to get high-quality sleep on a regular basis is a difficult skill to master, but if not done on time, you'll have to pay later the next day. Number 2. Learn when to stay silent. This is a very important, probably the most important skill you must learn in life. Who doesn't want to shut the other person when they don't support your opinion? But it is important to know who you're talking to. Because talking to someone below the caliber of your conversation will get you nowhere. That person will only try to pull you down to his level, and that will be your loss. Knowing when to shut up is a skill that only successful people know the art of, because they don't waste their time on useless conversations. This includes keeping your anger in a cage too. We often get aggressive in hot debates, and want to prove our points, which might lead to fights, and the worst part is, nobody would even remember the point of view the very next day. So, what was all the fight worth? Keeping yourself composed helps you fight your battles wisely, and sometimes the winner has to bite his tongue, and that's okay. Number 1. Learn when to say no. An extremely important art that everyone should master, the art of saying no. Saying no to something doesn't mean you don't care, or you are being disrespectful to the other individual. Saying no to something is part of your basic right, and nobody should have any problem with that. According to a research conducted at the University of California, San Francisco, people find it more difficult when it comes to saying no than to experience stress, burnout, and even depression. So, yes, this is a very difficult task, but once you get comfortable with it, you will be able to save a lot of energy and time for the actually important commitments in life. So, are you ready to practice these on a daily basis and not care about what people think, because it's your life? How many of you already knew some of them before watching the video? Did it change your lives after mastering the skills? Let us know in the comment box below. If you liked the video, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and hit the blue icon to stay updated for the next upcoming videos.